Alright everybody, welcome to the live stream. It takes me a second to set up. Sort of a trial, see how it goes. Kind of bumpy, but you know, it's the way it is. Chat's being a pain today. There's a train station near my house. What's the problem with rain? I'm gonna have to keep clearing the lens. This is in large part just a test. I'm not even sure how well you can hear me. Oh, that's interesting. Someone with a dog. We're gonna hop off the bike for a few minutes. I gotta put the camera out. So we're going to go into the bamboo grove for a few minutes, okay? Maybe. So, the mount that I use to put the GoPro on my bicycle is a really good mount. Really solid. Bit of a pain to take off and put back on though, I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, anytime I take the GoPro off or put the GoPro on, it's a bit of a process. Alright, so if you watched my video about the trail cameras, this is one of the places I put up trail cameras, and this is the place where the tanukis seem to be having a turf war over who gets to urinate on what bush. So I'm actually going to set the camera up here. I don't want the camera open for too long. That's fishing line. Oh no, did I forget the spikes? Looks like I forgot the spikes. Alright. Quick trim job. Actually, six. And using his spikes to put the camera into the ground. Work last night. I have a normal job to freelancing for a US based company. Trimmed 3 of these last night, and then I must have left them on the desk or somewhere in there. Of course, this was already done, and I was using a bigger, better knife while sitting at my desk, and now I'm stuck here. So yeah, I thought this was, I really thought I packed those 3 that I'd already carved. I should have just been drop and play. It's not that I need it all the time, it's that sometimes tanukis have a bad habit of crawling onto your camera, like they're trying to mount it. So a lot of cameras end up face down in the dirt for that reason, because, yeah, spring tanukis. Okay. Camera set. Let's get out of here. I don't want too much of my scent around this place. We're gonna be in Nico for tonight. We're gonna spend the night in Nico at a hotel with an onsen, so a hot spring. So I'm gonna try tomorrow morning to do a live stream in Nico. The problem is, you know, it's mountainous, it's rural. I mean, basically it's at the edge of Nico National Park, making it kind of a touristy place, but also sometimes cell phone reception is not really good there in Nico. Okay, let's get this camera back on, then I can check chat. Cool. This is mostly here to be a test of the system, so no big deal. Alright, let's go south. Oh, he's parked. That's funny. Seems to work pretty well, I guess. I'm not surprised. Go back, check the live stream. It's absolutely pixelated blur. You know, it's kind of hard to tell what things are going to look like during the live stream. That wind is cold. Comically long delay between where I actually am and what's being shown on the live stream. Ooh, the rain makes this tough. Oh, we're bicycling past Osaki Jinja right now. I wonder how much of my voice is getting picked up with this wind. We'll go to the other side of the Gopro. You can get an idea of how behind our cherry blossoming is. Whenever there's inclement weather, it's just a fight to keep the lens kind of clean. You know, doesn't matter what I'm filming with it is. I did one a while ago, walking from Nanai to Mashiko and picking up a camera in the snow, and it was a constant battle to try to keep that lens somewhat kind of clean so that people could actually see what was going on. So here we have a lot of cherry trees. They're not in blossom, they haven't bloomed. We've got buds. Those buds still look pretty brown, to be totally honest. So this time last year, we had already had, you know, it was already in bloom. We had a pretty good year. Of course, we were in Taiwan, so we missed the peak of it. But it still looked nice when we came back this year. We're staying here. What do you know? It's late. It's been a weird year. We've had snow late. It's been cold. The weather's been inclement in many ways. But here we go. Actually kind of a nice park here. Actually both these parks along Gogyogawa are pretty nice. So there's a pedestrian bridge to my right. One of the elementary schools in front of me. This actually isn't my area's elementary school. So it wouldn't actually be where my kid would go to school if we stayed living in the same place. So today's actually orientation day at my kid's school. So 10:30 our time, which is about 4 hours from now. We're gonna go there with her, you know, finish paying up, all that fun stuff. Oh, somebody walking their dog. Basically, this trail along the Gogyo, if you keep following it, it'll go all the way to Shimodate, not Shinseki, which is where Shimodate Station is. Actually passes pretty close to Shimodate Station. I don't know if it keeps going south from Shinseki. I don't actually know the answer to that because I've always stopped and made some type of turn at Shinseki. Either I would go left, which would be east, head out to Tsukuba area, or I'd take a right, which would be west, and head out to Yuki. There's City Hall over there. Right there, that's City Hall, the big building. Next to it, under construction, is the new library. It's actually pretty impressive. Mocha actually does quite a bit of construction because I remember when I first came here, City Hall was actually where that parking lot in front of City Hall is. They moved it and built a new, well, they built a new one, tore down the old one, turned it into a parking lot. The old one was kind of this blocky monstrosity that you saw a lot of government buildings built like maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago. Must have been now. Bedroom. peaches, peaches. Kind of wish they'd elect for more peach trees. So, wow, 10,000 blossoms. So Mocha claims, I'm not sure how true this is, that they have 10,000 blossoms, 10,000 cherry blossoms. Could be true, but I feel like maybe there's so many blossoms on a tree that might not actually be that difficult to hit 10,000. I don't know. I'm not an expert in cherry trees. That's kind of a cool view of City Hall, though. Definitely not loving the weather. Oh, time to cross. My connection's okay. I assume that's true. It's always hard to know. Like, there are some areas which are pretty much cell phone dead zones, particularly around the Yashira area. Actually, the Igashira area in general is just horrible for cell phones. It's sort of this double ridge with a valley in between, and once you're in that valley, good luck getting your stuff to work. Kobe's turning. Alright, so we're passing by a canal right now. I've actually filmed quite a few fishing videos in that canal. It's got some decent carp in there. I'm not talking monster. I mean, that's what you define as monsters. That's the thing with social media. That's slippery. You look at like social media and you see some of the carps people pull up. You know, because they're giants, they get lots of attention, which makes sense. But then the algorithm keeps showing those ones and other huge ones like it. And you get the impression that people are pulling up way bigger carp on the regular than they really are. These are on the left side, these are all cherry trees here as we get towards the cemetery. It's actually pretty slippery here, so I'm going to go slow. If it's kind of dry and safe, I actually fly down here, but I don't really want to slam myself into that fence again. I've done that once. Nearly ended up in the canal, but you know, I can swim, so that wasn't the worst part. More just like, oh man, I don't want to replace my cell phone and have to tell my wife like, hey, I lost my keys and cell phone in the water again. Especially because I'm pretty sure my wife lost her keys. But she won't. My wife's the type of person that if she loses her keys, she won't say it. She'll just be like, oh, can you just leave the door unlocked? I'm not bringing my keys. She's been saying that for months now. I'm pretty sure those keys are lost. So I should make a duplicate of our house key because, you know, if I lose mine, we're not getting back in. Live stream a few nights ago at this park here, so during the cherry blossom season, they put up these lanterns and lights so you can view the cherry blossoms. But as you can see, nothing's happening. Not going down yet. And actually, tomorrow they have a festival ceremony here. I saw a sign, I can't remember exactly there, but I think they're gonna parade through a Makoshi, which is a portable shrine. So, you know, bring the gods out to view the cherry blossoms. I'm sure the gods are gonna be impressed by this one. But, yeah. You can see this start. I'm not even sure if it shows up on camera. You can see that in this one, you can see the starts and buds, but it's still a ways off. I'm guessing next week, maybe later. And oh my God, this is low now. Also, I think this means in this section of the canal, at least, fishing is shut down right now. I forget. I almost never take this turn. Look how low things are. Yeah, so I think you can see here, like you can just see the very, very start. It's a ways off. It's not gonna be ready by tomorrow, that's for sure. This one looks this branch is actually further along than some of the others. You can see over there, you can see the start of the red tipping, where, you know, you get all the pink tips on the blossoms coming out. But overall, it's gonna be late this year, and I don't think it's gonna be very good either. Might be just a dud of the year. But ducks, you know, small numbers of blossoms. Oh, there's a lot of carp. So if you actually keep going up that way, you'll get to where the last Sunfish King fishing tournament, where I caught the carp, which powered me into third place with one fish. That was a weird tournament, so it was kind of an odd time for me. It started at 11 p.m. So I went out here and I was like, nope, don't see any. So I went home, went to sleep, woke up, came back out, caught a decent carp. See, that one has started to blossom. I wonder if they're gonna be really uneven. Like, some trees will blossom and some trees won't. Some trees will be, you know, 1 week, and the other trees will be the next week, and it won't be one of those nice, they all blossom around the same time and it's spectacular. Although I guess I can't complain. I mean, we've had a lot of really good years. There, they kind of are starting, some of them are starting to take on this kind of reddish tips, so that's showing us it's starting to blossom, but it's still so late. Oh well. disappointing, but they'll be next year. But also there's only so many next year left in your life. Everybody, thank you for watching. I'm actually going to end the live stream here. I don't know if anybody watched, but the most important part for me is that I'm going to take this, look at it, and see how it looks as far as live streaming, because this is a test. I didn't advertise it. It was just kind of like, all right, let's do it live.